Are all narcissistic men secretly gay? Do they hide and conceal their real sexual orientation from you throughout the entire course of relationship, which is why they go around and sleep with people from diverse sexual backgrounds? Are they sexually fluid? What is the explanation to their uncontrolled and provocative sexual behavior? Let's get answers to all of these questions once for all in today's episode. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional, your host. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a narcissistic abuse survivor seeking understanding, you have come to the right place, because here I help you not only understand but also find ways to recover from the unspeakable and incomprehensible form of the abuse you have been through. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed already. First things first, not all narcissistic men are secretly homosexual. You need to understand that as a survivor of narcissistic abuse, because many of these men do weird and unacceptable things that do not sink in with what they present their orientation to be, and that makes you think as their partner, what's going on with this person? Are they closeted gay? Are they hiding something from me? Most of them are not gay. Maybe a couple, but most of them do not go around and sleep with people because of their hidden sexual orientation. Their sexual fluidity is a result of something called narcissistic autoerotica or autoeroticism. A narcissist does not have any genuine likes, desires. Their fantasies are based off of how they control others, the power they seek in this world, and how they are better than the rest, for which they can go to any extent. And to attain that power, they have to have the validation from people. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is their turn on is not the actual sexual attraction that one feels. It is the validation. It is the admiration. It is the adoration. It is the ultimate enabling they can get from anybody. So, in a very crude way, I have to say, any hole works for them, if you know what I mean. If they can use it, they will. It doesn't matter who the person is, what their gender is, and if they are into that gender or not, if their orientation is what the narcissist orientation is. What matters to the narcissist is the validation, the admiration, the ego worshipping, how they are being put on a pedestal, and what the person feels towards the false self this narcissist has created to escape their reality. It is very rare to understand it, but they are attracted to their own perceived image. When somebody licks their ego, they feel arousal. When somebody makes them feel like whatever they're projecting out there is their reality, that is how they're being projected, they feel so good. It's their high. And that high somehow gets manifested as sexual arousal in their body. I have said it so many times. Narcissists gain pleasure from your pain. And in this case, there are some narcissists who experience sexual arousal when they see you in pain, which is why the narcissist in your life wanted to have sex, wanted to get physical after completely destroying you, after a big fight. You cannot explain that. No normal human being would want that. But why does a narcissist want that? Because they're messed up in here. Their brain works differently, it seems. Their biochemistry is different. I don't know what kind of hit they are seeking, but it seems it's all about power. After erasing you, they feel so good about themselves that it turns them on. And who is the object for instant gratification? Who can they use to feel that high even more? You. That's why they come to you. And it's about reestablishing the control they feel they have lost in that moment. All of this is to say they're extremely sexually fluid. A narcissistic man who sleeps around does not necessarily have to be gay to be so promiscuous. They do it because it strokes their ego. This is a very sensitive topic, and this may sound like a generalization, but it's just what I have seen and what I have experienced. Gay men are really sweet, really welcoming, really accommodating. They tend to see good in other people. So not all gay people are like that, but this is, as I said, a generalization. If they get that kind of welcome, that kind of attention from a mate of theirs, and they feel like, oh wow, this is the ultimate ego tingling that I can ever experience, why not go for it? Oh, you're not into that, or that's not your orientation. Who gives a damn? It works for me right now because I am not into actually feeling the sexual connection. I am into feeling the validation, the image this person who is giving me that gratification, the image they have of mine, how they put me on a pedestal, that is everything for me. Another reason why female partners of such male narcissistic promiscuous individuals feel that their partner may be homosexual is that they lose interest as the relationship turns into something more serious and things get a lot more difficult to break. In simple words, when they get married to you, they do not show the same kind of interest in physical intimacy as they displayed in the beginning. Naturally, you will tend to do two things. One, question your own attractiveness, your worthiness, how you are perceived and how good looking or bad looking you are. Two, there's something wrong with your orientation. Maybe they're not interested in you. They find somebody else interested. Maybe they are interested in people of the same gender or orientation. What's going on? Your brain is going to go there. But I invite you today to think about it differently and understand that this person that you're dealing with essentially does not have any genuine interests. If they have to mirror you, to exist, to deal with you, to find an entry into your life, imagine what else would they have to do to live this fake life of theirs. They're a chameleon, a shapeshifter, and that is also applicable to their sexuality. So let me say it one more time and very clearly. Not all narcissistic men who display extreme form of sexual fluidity are gay, and not all female narcissists are lesbian. It's that they do not have any true sexual personality or identity. They truly and overly go with the flow, and they can sleep with anybody. I mean, anybody, if that anybody uplifts their ego. That is what this entire thing is all about. Also, their brain chemistry, their structures in there are wired in a very messy way. One cannot comprehend how, but just know that they find pleasure in things you would find appalling. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying. I really, really appreciate your presence. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.